Everybody, it's Ernest with Garden South of Jaybird Farms. It's been a while since I've posted a video, so today is September the 19th, 2023, and I thought I would just kind of give you an update. It's been quite a while since I've actually posted an update. So, sitting in the back of the truck here, and I guess I just need to let you know what's kind of going on, why I haven't posted anything in a while. So there's been a lot of things going on in my family this year, and I'm trying to get back into the swing. My gardens are not looking great. They've suffered while I've tried to get some things under control. Most of you know, follow me. I've not kept, I don't keep things much of a secret. I try to be straightforward and coming about, things that go on for the most part. But my dad is an ex-Vietnam veteran. He spent 20 plus years in the military, and served in Vietnam. And my brother and I are the caretakers and caregivers for my father, who was diagnosed almost 2 years ago now with dementia. So we are very busy trying to keep up with his health. And never knew how much my parents really did. And then, my mom passed away, and I think my dad had dementia a long time ago. We just, my brothers and sister and I, we just didn't know. So all that to say, we've been really busy with him this year. And then about 2 months ago, we lost my mother's lap dog, Sequoia, who was a Pekingese. She lived 9 years after my mom passed away. So almost 9 years, I think. Yeah, my mom passed away November the 2nd, 2014 at 2:37 a.m. in the morning. And Sequoia passed away in July. And her birthday was September the 9th. She would have been 18, I think. So she lived a very long life, but it was like losing my mother all over again. That, combined with I had some significant medical problems myself, had some pretty big scares. I'm not going to go into a lot of details with that. Over the hurdle, I think. Still working on some stuff there, but for the most part, on the mend. Returned back to my corporate job, and I was glad to be able to go back to work. I really missed that part of my life, just seeing the people, and because I'm a manager to quite a few people, and I get to work with a lot of different groups and do a lot of great things, and the products we build build a better world. So, and help virtually help just about every country in the world that this country can legally trade with. So it's very important work to me. So all that to say is that's where I've been. I've had to put things on hold for my family. So yeah. So where I had made massive leaps and bounds, I've lost pretty much all of the ground that I gained this year, and probably the latter parts of several years. Things are overgrown. they're covered in growth and weeds, and yeah, that's the mess I'm in. So I'm just gonna start taking it one hanging basket, one flower pot, one landscape, one lawn, one garden at a time. And you know, the year was really good as far as horticulture wise and garden wise. It was really good up until August, and then we had that massive heat wave. And then there's a, you know, our property sits up high, if you didn't see my hand, sits up very high. And we are in zone 7B in North Carolina, in a smaller town called Sanford, which population has exploded here. So there's a lot of draw on resources, things like water. Now we have plenty of water. This is a big agricultural community. So I am surrounded by fields and woodlands and, you know, trees and stuff like that. So it pulls a lot of water out of the earth. So without consistent rain, even though I do irrigate, I irrigate from wells, that puts a strain on my well system. So our land, remember, sits up high. There is a connecting river on the backside that I don't pull from, but it's the Lower Little River, and it feeds into a community called Carolina Trace. And they've been working off and on their dam. They have these huge lakes out there, and as they lower those lake levels so they can work on the dam, it pulls the water tables in these higher levels. It pulls the water tables down. You literally, over a course of time, about a month, you can literally see the levels in the wells drop. And you add that combined with elevated heat, because we've had 95 to 101, 102 degree days. And then add the heat indexes on that, and plants just cannot take that. Plants cannot take that heat. I don't care what anybody says. I don't even know that cactuses love that heat. And our trees will start to defoliate. So, like, you know, it starts jeopardizing things like fall color. But I start worrying about tree and shrub stresses. You know, things that are borderline here, like stuff that I'll plant does really well in zone 6. The evergreens, things like Alberta spruces, conifers, bald cypresses, things like that, they will start to burn and they will start to stress. So anything that has like yellow foliage that's in like big terracotta pots that I have around, I move those under the shade tree. So that's a lot of work. I don't plant any things like Alberta spruces. I don't plant any of them in the ground. They're all in terracotta pots, all in big pots. And so I have to get dollies and move them under the trees because they will scorch. They will scorch. The tips of them will scorch. And most of mine are either in conical shape or giant spirals or, you know, pom-poms, things like that. So they're all topiaries. Between the cold snap last year and the heat snap, I guess, the heat spike this year, I probably lost, well, I know in the cold snap, it was over 100 topiaries. And I'm not talking like little tabletop topiaries. These are 6 and 7 foot tall topiaries. Things I've been growing for 15, 20 years. So these specimens, they were here before my mother died. So now, these specimens will have to be replaced. And mind you, these specimens were planted in a much smaller scale, and plants 15 to 20 years ago that might have cost me $39 or $49, those same plants are $179, $229 or more dollars. Luckily for me, I have outsources and resources because I have friends that own greenhouses that help me by ordering things direct for me, and I also have resources to order things directly myself. So, but still, to lose that much, to lose that many things, the costs are sheer staggering. So I have all that facing me. So it's been a very stressful year, and the stress has taken a significant toll on me this year. So that's kind of where I disappeared. So then the heat hit, and the things that had recovered from through the spring and through the summer, the heat took another bunch of them. So I think at last I just stopped counting after 220 or 30. I think at one point, I think I probably have close to 500, maybe 600 topiaries on our property. Yeah, these are giant, like boxwood topiaries that have been here since, some of them have been here since we've been here, and we've been here 30 plus years. So yeah, boxwood balls, hedges have been damaged. Yeah, and things have slowly gotten out of control over time as when my mother passed away. My mother was a machine, and so was my father. I do not know how they kept up the things that they kept up. So anyway, so that is my goal. Now I'm gonna get back to the fun part of these videos. I just want to give you an update where I was, what I'm doing. So I'm going to kick off a video tomorrow. And I think we're going to kick off a fall series videos about fall planting, different things like that in the South Zone 7B. But one of the things I really want to talk about first tomorrow, we're just going to talk about some fall plants, but I want to talk about sourcing, because I think there's something going on. I'm pretty good about sourcing anything that I need very quickly. And I will tell you, just looking at the local chain stores, even the garden centers, I've been to several towns and cities around. It's not there. We're at the middle part, almost at the end part of September. Normally things like bulbs and pansies, and I mean, all I see are mums, maybe some ornamental cabbages, asters. I'm not seeing a lot of anything, but we're going to get into that. It's kind of a spoiler alert. We're going to get into that tomorrow. I'm going to tell you what I found so far, and maybe give you some examples of that. Let you see what I've got so far, and then we'll go from there. Maybe go on a little field trip in the morning. All right. Glad to be back on the video channels. Like I said, like, share, send this video out. Stress is a horrible thing. Anxiety, panic attacks can creep up on you very quickly. I do know what it means to take care of yourself first, because you can't help others if you don't take care of yourself first. And I have a lot of things depending on me. So yeah, so this is Ernest with Garden South at Jayberg Farms. Looking forward to getting back into the garden and getting this hot southern mess back in control. All right, talk to you soon. See you guys.